It's no secret that Ubisoft as a company has gone through some turmoil in the past couple years. Whether it's issues inside the studios, failing to release games on time, or its own employees questioning the leadership of the company. Last year, its stock price hit the lowest it's been since 2015. And while I'm sure a lot of us believe that is rightfully deserved, Ubisoft is in desperate need of a hero. But the question is, can Assassin's Creed Mirage be that hero? There is so much pressure riding on the back of Mirage, not only for the AC franchise as a whole, but for Ubisoft as a company. There hasn't been a new AC game in almost 3 years, which doesn't sound that crazy compared to the rest of the industry, but considering this was once an annual release franchise that has only ever missed 2 years before this, 2016 and 2008, that's quite a long time to go without a new AC title. Granted, they were doing their live service and expansions for Valhalla, but aside from really Far Cry 6, there's hardly been any big new Ubisoft releases since Valhalla. So its most popular and profitable IP in Assassin's Creed, and several other new titles coming soon, is what Ubisoft is banking on to make a comeback here. The irony of it too is Mirage was supposed to be a smaller game, initially meant to fill out that thin release schedule for 2022, but now it's the game that so much is riding on. It's probably part of the reason why Mirage ended up being given more development time than what was initially planned. Ubisoft knows they can't have another AC Unity situation on their hands when the success of this game is so vital to the future of the company. Now, obviously AC Mirage won't be going at it alone. Ubisoft has quite the lineup for the end of this year, bleeding into the beginning of next year, with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora and Star Wars Outlaws. Two massive IPs that have the potential to make tons of sales. But Mirage is the start of that wave of new games. But then that begs the question, is Mirage capable of saving Ubisoft? Well, obviously I think of course it is, but it all depends on how well it's received and the game's sales. It's very hard to predict exactly how it will do, but just judging by the hype at the moment, the way they've marketed it, and just seeing the general renewed interest in the return to roots approach would make one think that it's likely to sell well, but a lot of that depends on the state of the game when it releases, of course. But outside of just sales and saving Ubisoft in the literal sense, how about in a development sense? Over the past, say, probably decade, Ubisoft has become one of the most polarizing companies in the gaming industry, right up there with, say, EA or Activision. There's many different reasons for this, most of them well-deserved, but we've heard a lot recently about how Ubisoft is looking to improve. And this new wave of games is supposed to be the result of that. Are they giving their developers more time to make games, which is why the last couple years have been so dry? We know they started to go all in on some of their most popular IPs, including Assassin's Creed, and again, Mirage is going to be the start of that, as there's another 11 AC games currently in development set to be released after Mirage, which is absolutely insane. They changed their approach with AC as a whole, wanting to focus on making different types of games for different audiences, instead of trying to cater to everyone with these massive RPGs. Which, when you try to make a game for everyone, it more often than not ends up becoming a game for no one. Obviously, everybody has different opinions and preferences for AC, and no matter what kind of game they choose to do, it won't please everyone. It seems Ubisoft has learned that lesson. Again though, we will see. As someone who genuinely likes Ubisoft games, which I don't know why that feels so difficult to admit, I do want to see them turn it around. I don't want to see Ubisoft fail, and I want them to get back back to that place where they were held in higher esteem back in the early 2000s per se. I don't want to see them fail, and I think most people can agree, or at least understand that sentiment, although I'm sure there are those who'd get a kick out of seeing Ubisoft fail. Fair enough, you do you. But as someone who enjoys these games, I'd like to see them pull it together, and a lot of that starts with Assassin's Creed Mirage. And I know for a fact, so many people consider AC Mirage their last chance. If people are let down by this game, they aren't coming back to the series. Not everyone, of course, but a fairly sized chunk of the community and loyal fan base. So I hope Ubi understands this. But if Ubisoft having a rough couple years is what finally prompted them to change, or at least try to, then I'm very glad it happened. And let's hope they don't repeat the mistakes of the past. Again, they have a very promising and potential-filled year ahead of them. The Ubisoft Forward was a very successful event. A lot of people are getting intrigued by these upcoming games, so let's hope they don't let people down. I know we've talked a lot in the past about AC Mirage having the potential to save Assassin's Creed, but honestly, it goes beyond that now, because Ubisoft has a lot riding on it too. Maybe even more so than they realize. But again, only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think AC Mirage has the potential to pull Ubisoft out of the gutter and start to win people over again? Or is the damage already done? As always, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and considered subscribing to the channel if you're new. Special thank you to my members for supporting me, and other than that, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day, Assassins.